Hey everyone, so I finally buckled and decided I'd give Starcraft 2 a shot. I never really got into the RTS genre of games. I played a little bit of Age of Empires 2 when I was young, but I never finished it. I never once played the original Starcraft, so I'm basically coming at this as a complete noob to the genre and series. So for any of you who are like me and never played Starcraft before, this review may be helpful if you want to maybe play the game. Another thing to note is that this review will only be for the campaign, single player mode. I may post a video getting into multiplayer aspects later, but for now, all I'm going to talk about is single player gameplay only. Okay, so the game's got a nice sleek little interface here, little menu. Some pretty typical buttons, they're all labeled, easy to find your way around. There's a section for replays, profile, achievements, all that kind of stuff that you'd find in this type of game. There's also a way where you can go into the single player section and you can go up against computer controlled AI in matches that are somewhat like what you would be playing if you were playing online, which is kind of cool. You can use it as sort of like a training method. Let's click over to see what the actual in-game menu is. Now all this footage, mind you, is from the very first mission, so there's not any spoilers really. This is the game on maximum settings. As you can see, it looks good. Not stellar, but good. The cutscenes in between missions look much better. I'll show you a bit of one of those at the end of this video so you can see it if you want. Just keep in mind though that I have this game installed on my laptop as well, and my laptop's quite behind my desktop, and I can run the game at medium and it still looks really good. So just keep that in mind. It can run on a wide variety of systems. So in the bottom left corner is a minimap. You can click it to skip your view around, but the game uses the fog of war system, so unless you have units at the place where you skip over to, you won't see squat. You can see your selected unit status in the bottom middle, and to the left are the options for your selected units. If you select a group of units, you can bind them using the little green boxes to the right of the minimap. That way, just by pressing a button, you can easily reselect all those units to issue commands. So you can like sort of set up squads and stuff, which is kind of nice. The first few missions of the game have you basically just take a few units and run them from point A to point B, killing baddies along the way. But later it becomes more about setting up a base of operations and building your army and using them to complete the objectives of that particular mission. These can range from seeking out the enemy base and eliminating it, escorting cities to safety, or simply holding out until you get evac'd. Missions also always have secondary objectives that will either reward you with achievement points, which are useless in my opinion, or resource points, which are very helpful.
You meet Dr. Hansen yet?
Sure did. I asked that sweet thing if she'd like to give me a physical. No harm in asking, right?
In between missions, you hang out in your base of operations, which in the beginning of the game is a bar, but later on you get a spaceship. You can talk to crew members, inspect elements like a TV or a jukebox or arcade for a little fun diversion. But when you gain access to the armory, you can use the money earned from missions to upgrade your units, structures, and vehicles. They usually have 2 upgrade options each. Eventually you gain access to a lab as well, and you can use your resource points you found to purchase upgrades. These upgrades are like one-time purchase type deals. If you choose one, you don't get the other, so you gotta pick and choose carefully. You can also hire enhanced mercenary units. So basically there's a lot of ways you can customize your army, which is nice. If you go to the bridge of the ship, you can replay older missions on higher difficulties to earn any achievements you missed, or to earn resources you might have missed, or you can continue on to the next mission in the story. The story is interesting enough. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I haven't played the previous game, so I don't know how much I missed with that one. This one is all about you trying to overthrow a corrupt government, one that you helped establish. The Zerg, another alien race, play a part as well, but I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Overall, the story has been entertaining so far. There are two awesome things about this game I'd like to talk about as well. One is that you can play the game for free a little bit. If you go to the Starcraft 2 website, you can make an account and download the game, and it will give you access to a few of the first missions, as well as the ability to play a few maps in multiplayer. So really there is no reason at all to at least check it out and see if you might like it. Another nice thing is cloud gaming. For those of you who don't know what that is, basically, if you have the game installed on multiple computers, say for instance a desktop and a laptop, and you complete a mission on one computer, when you log in on the other computer, you will be right where you left off. Unless, of course, you get disconnected from the interwebs while playing. For most people, this feature isn't needed, but I love it. So really, I didn't think I would be able to get into this game, but the further I get into the campaign, the more and more I'm liking it. I haven't done any multiplayer yet, which is why it's not in this video, but I have tried an open map against computer AI, and that was fun. Sort of gives you an idea of what it would be like, and like I said earlier, you can use it to train up. There's also a section called Challenges, which I haven't checked out yet, but the name sounds pretty self-explanatory. All in all, this is a very, very well made game that is worth looking into if you are a fan at all of real-time strategies, esports, or even I'd go far as to say action RPGs. So yeah, good job Blizzard.
Damn, Jimmy, you've been holding out on me.
Cutting it pretty close there, Matt.
Never left you hanging before, sir.
Fair enough. Just get us the hell out of here.
All batteries, concentrate forward firepower. Spin up drives 2 and 6. All hands brace for warp jump on my mark. Mark.
What the hell happened? We ain't seen the Zerg in years. Why attack Marsara now?
It's not just Marsara. You need to see this.
Zerg Swarm launched a full-scale attack.
Devastation spread throughout all Outer Rim planets.
Sustained heavy losses.
Casualties in the billions.
Minutes ago, the Zerg attacked a Dominion military research facility.
Sweet mother of mercy.
New exclusive video footage confirms the Queen of Blades is in fact leading the swarm.
We always knew she'd be back, but what's she after?
She's come to finish the job.